And good morning, everybody. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. I'm Brent Apperson.
And I'm Jack Simpson. Good morning.
All right, this is your job. Your job is to fill while I drink coffee.
All right. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First off, as we get started, I'd like to make an announcement that came in from the road construction crew. I have a friend that's helping with all the roads here in Broken Bow, and he would just like to remind everybody of the pilot car signs and the pilot car. He said quite a few people were ignoring the signs, so they're not very happy about that. Just make sure you're paying attention and follow the road rules. So.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, Jack. Yeah, good point. And the other situation with that too is obviously the pilot car is taking you past, streets that are coming onto that particular stretch of road, and I know it can be extremely difficult to just kind of know what you are to do if you're coming out in the middle of that. So. Yeah, please definitely pay attention to signs, be careful, be ready to be patient, and certainly be respectful, too, to other drivers, to the road construction crews, and we'll get through it together. Because there's plenty more work to be done, although it's great to see the work that has been done.
Yes.
So Larry and I came into town late last night. I don't know if it's the same situation, but we were pulling into town, and we're driving in, and we get to the intersection there at Casey's, and all of a sudden we both look at each other and we go, where are the barrels? Where are the cones? They're gone. So I don't know if that's the same way this morning, but coming in late last night, that was the situation. So, road construction continues. So like Jack said, please be very careful out there as we drive around town. And two, the side streets now are getting so much more traffic. I know Memorial Drive, I think, is getting a lot more traffic now, too, as people try to bypass the construction a little bit. So, just be careful out there, and we'll get through it together. So thanks for bringing that up. All right, let's take a look at your menu for the Prairie Pioneer Center here in Broken Bow. Looks like today they're going to be serving barbecue meatballs, cheesy hash browns, green beans, and fruit on the menu today at the Prairie Pioneer Center. Feel free to reach out if you'd like to join them for lunch today. Call 872-6121. They always appreciate a phone call by 9 o'clock or so in the morning so that they can make the appropriate arrangements for you. And if you need a delivered meal, they're happy to do that too. Give them a call, 872-6121. Also, speaking of the Prairie Pioneer Senior Center, they will be hosting a burger bash at the grocery cart in Broken Bow. Now, this is scheduled for Thursday, July 17th, so this will be next week, but we want to promote it so that you can get it on your calendar. Free will donation, burger bash at the grocery cart, burger, chips, and a drink for a free will donation. That'll be Thursday, July 17th from 4 to 7 p.m., and all of the proceeds from the event will contribute to operating expenses at the Prairie Pioneer Center. Also, don't forget, as we go through the day today, be listening for our code word. We'll give you more opportunities today to get registered to win in the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel giveaway, which is underway, presented by Trotters Woe and Go. Chance to win a $1,000, a $500, and a $50 gas card prize. All you have to do is listen for the code word. We'll play it for you at the end of the breakfast show this morning and then repeat it for you at 3:30 on both KCNI and KBBN. When you hear the code word, go to sandhillsexpress.com, go to the contest page, and get entered to win. And be watching for us as we'll be out and about through the month of July at some of the other area festivals yet to take place this summer, and also some other area events that we'll be attending. Be watching for us at those events for opportunities to get added registrations and added entries into the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel giveaway underway now, presented by Trotters Woe and Go. All right, today is National Ice Cream Sundae Day. It is believed the sundae, S-U-N-D-A-E, was invented on a Sunday back in 1891 in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. Here's the story. Back then, it was against the law to serve soda on the Lord's Day. So an ice cream float vendor replaced the soda with syrup and called it a sundae, Sundae. So there you go. Your favorite sundae topping is what?
Got to go with nuts. Just classic nuts.
That's it? No chocolate, no caramel, no nothing else on
the
it?
chocolate and the caramel.
Oh, okay.
But like,
so you're talking the full gamut,
Yeah.
like loaded up.
yep.
But you like nuts with all of the chocolate
Yes.
and everything else
Yep.
on it. Boy, a turtle sundae
Oh, yeah.
is
Those are
really good. But I've kind of become a strawberry guy.
Really?
Just put strawberries on it for me. Let's see. Today is also National Freezer Pop Day, a.k.a. Freezies or Cool Pops. The summertime favorite was invented back in the 60s when someone froze colored flavored water in a thin sleeve of plastic, and we've been suffering from crippling brain freeze ever since. So simple to create. Don't you come across things like that sometimes and you go, why didn't I think of creating that, you know? But anyway, and also today, and we will all appreciate this living in this part of the country that we are so blessed to live in, it's Cow Appreciation Day. Have you heard? It's Cow Appreciation Day. No bull. Put your beefs aside and milk the day for all it's worth. You can pay homage to our bovine buddies till the cows come home, even if it's long past your bedtime.
Oh, my God.
Thank you. Hey, today is also the sunniest day. Today is the one weird day of the year when 99% of humanity experiences sunlight at the exact same time. Regardless of time zones, because of the way the Earth is tilted on July 8th, the sun shines on most of the planet's land, while most of the Pacific Ocean is dark. Only 80 million people, mostly in Australia, it says, experience darkness, while the rest of the planet needs sunglasses. So, here we go. We salute the sunniest day on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
names. On the July 4th in 1862, I'm probably going to butcher these names, I hope I don't. Charles Dodgson had a golden afternoon with Alice and her sisters. He met with Alice, Edith, and Lorena Lydell and proceeded to tell them that their story would eventually become a fantastic novel. What pen name did Charles Dodgson use? Was your choices are Lewis Carroll, Lemony Snicket, Dr. Seuss, or Mark Twain. Again, on July 4th in 1862, Charles Dodgson had a golden afternoon with Alice and her sisters. He met with Alice, Edith, Lorena, and Lydell and proceeded to tell them that their story would become a fantastic novel. What pen name did he use? Lewis Carroll, Lemony Snicket, Dr. Seuss, or Mark Twain?
All right, those are your choices. If you know, give us a call at 872-2801.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Inside the Big Red Building on the east side of Broken Bow, they're getting into the Crazy Days fun at the Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill. Go and dine at the Tumbleweed on Thursday and Friday, then draw for a discount off your lunch from noon until 1. At Cracker Jack's both Thursday and Friday night, buy one drink and get half off another. Whether it's delicious food or drink, they're waiting for you at Crazy Days discounts at the Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill.
All right, we have a caller on the line. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
Sammy,
Hi there. How are you today?
I'm fighting you.
Hey, we're doing really good out here. Here's Jack with your question.
All right, on July 4th on 1862, Charles Dodgson had a golden afternoon with Alice and her sisters. He met with Alice, Edith, and Lorena Lydell and proceeded to tell them a story would become a fantastic novel. What pen name did Charles Dodgson use? Lewis Carroll, Lemony Snicket, Dr. Seuss, or Mark Twain?
I'm going to say Dr. Seuss.
I am sorry. We'll give you another chance, though.
Yeah, let's narrow down the choices there, Jack. Give a clue.
Well, I'm not sure how to give a clue. I would say...
Well, I know it's not Mark Twain.
No, it's not. He
Okay.
wrote Moby Dick, right?
All right.
Or was that
no,
the art?
no, I don't believe Mark Twain
Okay,
wrote
no.
that. But, okay, so Mark Twain and Dr. Seuss are out. What are the other two?
Lewis Carroll or Lemony Snicket?
Okay, I don't think it was Lemony Snicket.
I don't think it was.
Okay, so what do you think?
Then it's got to be the first one.
There you go.
Yay, where's the bell? There we go. All right. Hey, thanks for calling in. We're going to make you a winner, and we're going to put your name on a certificate so you can come on out and see us when you can, and you'll get a free food item at Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill. Appreciate you calling in and listening.
I'll be out there when I'm not so much traffic.
Hey, that'll be just fine. We'll hang on to your certificate for you. Thanks for calling.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, there you go. Having fun on the breakfast show here this morning. Let's take a look at some birthdays today. Singer Beck is age 55. He was born Beck Hansen and is known for the hits Loser and Devil's Haircut. The actor Billy Crudup is age 57 today. He broke out in Inventing the Abbotts, played Russell Hammond in Almost Famous, and now plays Corey Ellison on The Morning Show. And the chef, Wolfgang Puck, is 76 today. And I don't know how many of you are fans of NCIS, but you might know this actor. Michael Weatherly is 56 today. He is the star of the CBS show Bull, but previously played Agent Tony DiNozzo on NCIS. And he's coming back in that role as he'll be reprising the role in the new spinoff NCIS Tony and Ziva. And also celebrating his birthday today is actor Kevin Bacon.
Oh, my goodness.
He is 67 today. Now, when I say Kevin Bacon, everybody is expecting me to play Footloose.
Yep.
Right? Are you expecting me to play
I was
Footloose?
expecting it,
I'm
yep.
not playing it.
Oh, no.
I'm going to make Dave so proud. But what some don't know is Kevin's a musician. And
Yep.
he, along with his brother, I know, have put out some songs and have put out some albums. So we're going to play the Bacon Brothers for you as we
Okay.
celebrate Kevin's birthday today. This is a song that's in our KBBN playlist. Here is birthday boy Kevin Bacon with his brother Tom Petty T-shirt. Logan Girardin is here. You know, I haven't done this in quite a while. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio. Logan Girardin, the Prince of Seed.
That's beautiful.
I'll tell you what, that was heartfelt right there. I put a lot into that.
That makes me feel special.
How are you, my friend?
I'm good. So, listen to you guys talk about Kevin Bacon and
Yes.
Footloose just a little bit ago. Did you know, this is a very little known fact, that Kevin Bacon has a brother?
Yes, I did know he had a brother, I think.
You probably don't know the brother I'm talking about, though.
Oh, may not.
So,
No.
This brother's name is Chris.
Oh.
I don't know his full middle name, but I know his middle initial is P. Chris P. Bacon.
Well, Jack, since you're helping out, this is usually where the guy over here at the board just leans back and go, take it away. Just take it away.
Man, I love little jokes like that.
Yeah.
What's... Oh, Logan, I love you. Okay, so what's happening to Aeroseed? I'm sure you guys are extremely busy at the moment.
We're kind of, I wouldn't say slowing down, but we're transitioning right now.
Yeah.
You know, we're going from the guys that are taking oats off right now to getting some more cane and millets in the ground. We've got the moisture, a lot of dry land acres going in. You know, it's just a culmination of everything. We'll start having wheat rolling into clean here probably in the next 2 weeks. So it's going to start moving more towards the fall type of products.
I get kind of a personal question for you. Are you still doing some taking care of some acres and some? Okay, yeah. How's that going?
Weedy.
For you? Yeah, weedy.
The weeds are
yes.
Weeds are doing good this year.
Yeah, they always seem to thrive. No matter what the weather conditions, they find a way to thrive.
Yeah, so I was talking the other day, and if you could figure out how to get the genetics or the certain genes out of some of those weeds, you know, too much moisture, doesn't matter. Too little moisture, doesn't matter. Hot, doesn't matter. Cold, doesn't matter. Hail, doesn't matter. You know, they'd be indestructible. So you could grow plants on concrete if you could get those genetics. Yeah. And I'm sure they're probably working on it. But yeah, the weed issue this year is, and it's not just us, it's everywhere. Yeah. Lawns included.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Lawns included with some of the moisture we were blessed with in June and even early in July here in the first few days of the month. The lawns are looking green, but I know my yard, I look at them like, boy, my lawn's looking nice. And then you're like, boy, the weeds are popping up.
Then you really look at it.
Then you really look at it. But you guys have some things at Aeroseed that can help fight that.
We do. So one thing that we've got would be a lawn weed and crabgrass product. So it's a spray or a liquid that you mix with water or hook it onto the end of your hose. We've got the ready to spray also, but it will take care of broadleaf weeds as well as like crabgrass, sandburs, foxtail, that type of stuff.
All right.
And I've used it on my yard in the past. I probably should again, but it works. It works really well.
Yeah, good.
And now would be kind of the timing. Most of those weeds are just starting to pop, so now's the time to nuke them.
Since we're on the topic of lawns, where are we at in your 5-step program?
We're on the 3rd application right now, and that's the iron. So if you look at yards in about a month, they'll get kind of that pale yellow tinge to them, and that's the iron gets locked up in the soil. Plants can't access it as easily, so then they kind of turn that sickly yellow color. Yeah. So right now the iron that we're putting on is called Summer Green, and it's an iron-based product, so it feeds those plants, keeps them dark green. And then the second part of this step is the grub control. So grubs are going to start really showing themselves, especially if the spigot turns off and it gets really hot and dry through July and August. Yeah. You'll start seeing the damage.
Yeah. For sure.
So,
all right. And we always talk about this when we talk about your 5-step program. People don't have to sign up clear back when it started. I mean, you can pick up these steps anytime during the season.
Yep, absolutely. And we have a pretty good number of customers that do that. Or if you don't want to be, on the program per se, you can get our application schedule, so you can kind of look at it and say, oh, I need to put this on in this time frame, or oh, I should have put this on a few weeks ago.
All right, so we've talked about weeds. If people have planted the garden, yes, you probably having to pull weeds and things like that, but you also have to protect against things that want to nibble on your plants and such before you're able to nibble on the fruits of your labor. And I know you have products that can protect your garden from those things.
We do. So we've got 7, which is an insecticide, which is really, really good. And the bugs have been phenomenal this year as well. So I think it was you guys on Thursday maybe when we were going down to the lake. We were listening to the radio and something about a big bug infestation in Broken Bow.
Oh,
and the SWAT team had to be called.
Oh my.
But we've got the products to take care of that.
Yeah, if you don't want to call in SWAT, you can always go to Arrow Seed.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. No, so we've got 7, which would be either a concentrate that you'd mix in a handheld sprayer, or we've got the ready to spray. Just looks like a little Windex bottle that sprays the insecticide on the plants. And then we've also got the powder form.
Okay.
So we can get you covered.
Yeah. Let's see, fencing supplies. I know you always try to stay up to date and stocked on those.
Yeah, we're sitting pretty good on those. The further we get into July and August, those pastures might start going the wrong way.
Yeah, you never know.
There's a good possibility it's really shaping up to be like it was last year, when it just we get all these good rains and it just stops, just shuts off. But some of those pastures, if they start going backwards, guys might start paddocking them off. And we've got the temporary fencing to help you out with that.
All right. Sounds good. Let's see, anything else that you wanted to visit about here this morning?
Just, kind of time to start thinking what you're going to do this fall. Crop-wise, we should have a pretty good supply of rye and wheat and the fall small grain type of crops. You start getting cane and millet taken off, might need to get something planted back on those acres. We also do a lot of cover crops and a lot of grazing oriented cover crops, so not just for soil health but for animals to graze as well. So be thinking of that side of things, because it'll be here before we know it.
Always good to plan ahead, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, thank you for informing us that Kevin Bacon has a brother whose name is Chris P. Bacon.
Anytime.
News is next after this.
The Vermeer VRB rakes are high-capacity rakes built with durability and versatility. Designed for optimal ground clearance, these machines help maximize productivity and perform at a high level even in heavy crops. Stop out to Power Solutions, 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2, and check out their Vermeer hay forage equipment that can help you get through the haying season. Or give them a call at 308-872-5522.
Crazy isn't just a word geared for sports, it's a way of life. Crazy Days sales fire up bright and early at 7 on Thursday and go through the day until 6. Select Brooks shoes as low as $50, 25% off apparel, 20% off all equipment store-wide, excluding GCI chairs. Plus $10 and $15 tables, up to 50% off football cleats, 20% off volleyball, basketball, and wrestling shoes. All sales continue Friday 9 to 6 and Saturday 9 to 4, and on Sunday from noon to 4. Crazy is the word for what's happening at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The death toll from Friday's catastrophic flooding in South Texas is up to at least 104. A massive search continues for the missing. Sonny White is trying to find a man whose trailer was wrapped around a tree.
It's my dad's coworker. It's one of his best friends, so we're still looking, but it's hard to maintain hope right now.
President Trump met with Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House in a push to reach a ceasefire agreement in Gaza.
I don't think there is a holdup. I don't think there's a holdup. I think things are going along very well.
Negotiations continue in Qatar. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass confronted dozens of armed federal agents who stormed the city's MacArthur Park looking for undocumented immigrants.
Frankly, it is outrageous and un-American that we have federal armed vehicles in our parks when nothing is going on in the parks.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. Governor Jim Pillen has directed the deployment of Nebraska's Task Force 1, Nebraska's urban search and rescue team, to flood-stricken areas of Texas. The 45-member group, including 2 K-9 teams, left Lincoln yesterday afternoon. They are expected to arrive in San Antonio, Texas this morning. Governor Jim Pillen has been in contact with the Texas Governor Greg Abbott concerning the flood disaster and its aftermath. A request for state help was issued through the Emergency Management Assistance Compact, promoting the deployment of the Nebraska Task Force 1. The Nebraska Task Force 1 team will be transporting boats, vehicles, and other necessary equipment for navigating areas devastated by the flood waters. At least 90 people across central Texas are dead and others remain missing. The Nebraska team is one of 28 groups in the Natural Disaster Response System. Normally, those groups are deployed and managed under the Federal Emergency Management Agency. This situation is unique in that the deployment was directed under the authority of Governor Pillen through the Nebraska Emergency Management Act. The group is expected to be deployed for up to 14 days. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Toronto Blue Jays won their 9th straight game, an 8-4 victory at the White Sox. Winning pitcher Jose Barrios pitched 6 innings. Cleveland ended a 10-game losing streak, winning 7-5 at Houston. Jose Ramirez hit a 3-run homer. The Angels scored in the bottom of the 9th to edge Texas 6-5 on a bases-loaded walk. Arizona won at San Diego 6-3. The loss to Yu Darvish in his season debut after the bad elbow. He pitched 3 2/3 innings. San Francisco was a 3-1 winner over Philadelphia with 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Kansas City sent Pittsburgh to a 4th straight loss. Milwaukee sent the Dodgers to a 4th straight loss, 9-1. Boston won its 4th game in a row. Detroit won its 4th straight, and Miami picked up a 5-1 victory at Cincinnati. The Nationals named Miguel Cairo as interim manager. The Orlando Magic gave Paulo Banchero a 5-year max extension. At the Women's Euros, it was Spain 6-2 over Belgium.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunny skies today with daytime highs approaching 85. Southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Slight chance of thunderstorms. Tonight, lows level off around 63, mainly clear skies. Slight chance for storms. Tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 88, mainly clear. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Visit the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow, located conveniently on Highway 2. From the highest quality cuts of meat to a great selection inside GK Wine and Spirits, it's at the GK. They take pride in their friendly staff and encourage you to join the rewards program at Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
And we're back on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Let's go outside and see what it feels like with Jack Simpson.
Feels absolutely beautiful, nice and sunny skies. There's a perfect breeze out of the southwest. 66 degrees outside. Barometric pressure 3014, humidity at 89%. No rain in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month will stay 1 inch and 31 hundredths. High yesterday of 87, overnight low of 59. Sunrise today was at 6:13, sunset today 9:13. I went out and checked the gourds. The gourds look good. They maybe could use a little bit of water, so I'll have to figure out that part of the deal. So,
all right, Jack, thank you. Thank you for checking on the gourds. We'll put you in charge of that.
Okay.
All right.
I'll do my best.
All right. Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
All right, there you go, folks. That's what it feels like as we move into the 8 o'clock hour. And here in the studio, we welcome in Jeff Denson, who, like me, got home a little bit late last night due to a great baseball game that we both got to enjoy. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. I assume that that's part of the conversation you want to have this morning.
Yeah.
But Jeff is here on behalf of Team Physical Therapy this morning. So let's start there, Jeff. In regards to team, what are some of the things you wanted to talk about this morning?
Yeah, I think to start with, make sure that your kids are getting physicals done. I just saw a tweet from Coach Wells that they need to get the physicals finished up. So, and then for our portion of that, we're going to be setting up concussion testing times. We've already got Anselmo Munner schools finished. South Loop schools are finished. And then we'll be setting up Broken Bow and Twin Loop, Ainsley Litchfield, Arcadia Loop City, probably going towards the first week in August, but we'll probably start setting those up now if coaches are ready. So the key, we would just want to get those done before they start any practices. It'll be their baseline for the season. So
I know that we've talked about this before, but boy, we've come such a long ways in regards to concussion protocol over the years. And I know that getting that test done, that's so important, right? I mean, you mentioned the term baseline, and that's really what these tests are for, because it's really important to have that.
Yeah. So we just want to make sure that we have a really good baseline, and the quality of the test matters, so that we can ensure that we're returning somebody back that is fully healed, fully healthy brain, and everything's working correctly. So, and a lot of that goes with vision, and you can be symptom-free and still not be ready, and we're hoping just mainly to educate the students if they have one, and then the parents, if you have any questions, we're always open to any concerns you have. So
yeah, and I'm sure you would agree with this. Don't ignore your concerns. If something happens, whether it be during a sport activity or outside of a sport activity, and this goes beyond just athletes. I mean, if you have a situation where maybe you fall, you hit the back of your head or something, you have concerns, you feel some symptoms or something, don't ignore them.
No, not at all. And if you're having problems with that, we can do a quick screen. Obviously, we want you to seek medical care if you're having more neurological symptoms, and we'll get you on that route if you have a concussive event. And the key is just making sure you educate yourself if you have one, of what you should and shouldn't be doing, and how quick you want to return back to activities that put you at a little more risk. So if you're have a concussion, the key is we want to just make sure that your symptoms are decreasing every day, that you're getting back to some exercise without symptoms, and just don't put yourself at risk for a second one, because that's when bad things happen. So
yeah. I've got to ask you this question. We're coming out of the long 4th of July holiday weekend. Did anybody come in and have a problem with, like, pulling a hammy or anything, running away from lighting a firework?
No,
you haven't had to deal with anything? Okay.
No,
I was just kind of curious.
We've had some bad fireworks incidents in the past, and really we hadn't seen anything so far. So
that's good.
Hopefully we keep it that way.
Yeah, in all seriousness, that's good.
Yep.
Let's see, I know people, our ag producer friends are working hard this summer, as we know, and for some spending a lot of time in a tractor and such, and I'm sure you've kind of been dealing with some of those aches and pains as people work in the garden and such over the summertime.
Yeah, and I for most of those producers, we usually see them on rain days, and we've had a few of those, so we've seen some people show up, and we just want to make sure that everybody's making sure you're relatively pain-free doing your gardening activity and getting outdoors and doing those sorts of things. So if you're having problems, I think our staff is as well trained in spinal care, treatment of the neck and back and spine as most anybody around. So we pride ourselves in that and being able to provide all aspects of manual care. Generally, we'll have somebody on staff that will be able to help you with a number of different tools of manual therapy. So we're excited about that.
Yeah. Anything else on the PT side that you wanted to discuss this morning?
No, we'll get all those concussion tests set up and get you guys ready for fall sports.
All right. Sounds good. As many of you know, Jeff is heavily involved in the Broken Bow American Legion baseball program. You want to talk about some of that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go back to last night. I know the game didn't turn out the way you and the kids wanted it to turn out. You had the opportunity to play for the Mid-Nebraska League Championship last night. Traveled to Palmer to take on the East Division champion, Palmer Walback Greeley. The final score was 7-0, but if you listen to the game or you think game was way closer than what the final score might indicate. The game of baseball is a funny sport. It can there can be a very short moment in the game that is just the difference. And last night, the bottom of the fifth inning, PWG was able to scratch out 5 runs and pull away and then ended up winning the game. So I know last night not what the kids wanted. I know a big goal coming into the season was to win the league championship. But great season, 16-5, I think, at this moment. So it's been a great year. You win the West Division championship, but a lot of baseball still to come for these kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're excited. The coaches were talking last night that this isn't the game we wanted to have happen, but PWG played a great game. And we made a few mistakes that aren't common for us, but that happens in baseball. So, but we're ready to springboard into the rest of the season. So, we're excited for the juniors going forward. They start this weekend on Friday at 1:30 in Alliance. I know KCNI will be at that.
We will, yes.
We're excited to get them started. They got a really good draw in the bracket, so be watching for them to play Friday through Tuesday. They're hoping to make a deep run. I think they've got the pitching available to make a really good run in that tournament. There's a couple good teams. McCook is very good this season, and Holdridge has been very good this season. So they'll have some tough opponents in the second and third games, hopefully. And if they can get past that, we'd love to get them down to state. They're going to Gearing this year for state. There'll be only one champion come out of that bracket, and there's 7 teams, so it'll be big competition. So if you find your way to Holdridge, we'd love to have you down there. They need some more fans in the stands. So
yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're talking the juniors team now. As Jeff mentioned, they'll play in their area tournament starting on Friday. And thank you for the plug. KBBN Radio will be there, and we'll broadcast all of the Bow Juniors games from the area tournament. We'll start Friday afternoon at 1:30. Now, while the juniors will be in the area tournament this weekend, you have a real neat opportunity for your seniors team. First off, this gives us an opportunity to talk about the number of kids that you have out this year. In some years past, you've not been able to split your seniors from your juniors because you've had to rely on juniors kids to move up and play both ways. But you have enough seniors-only kids that you can take them to a real neat event this weekend. Tell us a little bit
really
about
excited about. We're going to Millbank, South Dakota. We're going to check in on Thursday afternoon, kind of a ceremonial check-in. So we'll be heading up there on Thursday late afternoon. And then we're going to play Millbank in Game 2 on Friday at 2:30. So the juniors will play at 1:30 down here, and then we'll start our game at 2:30. There's a link if you are interested in live streaming the game. It'll be on Nebraska American Legion website, and we'll kind of share that around. And I'll probably have you guys kind of share that around too.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, be happy to do it.
A link that you guys can watch from. Unless you want to make the trip, it's only about 6.5 hours to get up to Millbank. You can come watch us up there, but we'll have the link available for everybody to watch. There's a team from Minnesota and a team from North Dakota, and we're playing Millbank first round double elimination tournament. If you win, you can move on to Saturday, and if you win that one, you move on to the championship game on Sunday. And then there's a losers bracket, so it's fully double elimination for all 4 teams. It's a really good opportunity. We're taking up 9 players total, so we're hoping for good health, and I think we have a solid squad that should compete well up there. So
I think you shared this a few weeks ago when you were here in the studio, and we were kind of talking about this a little bit, but if people missed it, just kind of give the backstory on how you got involved and became the Nebraska representative for this tournament.
So this is the 100th anniversary of American Legion Baseball, and it was started in Millbank, South Dakota. And then it kind of just spread across the country after that in 1925. So they decided that they would host a tournament and have redone a complex up there that's supposed to be pretty impressive. I'm excited to go see it. They proposed the tournament, and then the national affiliate basically put together information about the tournament, and then they decided they would host Nebraska, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. And they were just looking for a Class B representative. We talked about it a little bit at our January tournament, our January meeting for Nebraska American Legion when we kind of set the season up. And I looked back in February, and nobody had signed up for it. So I just called and said, "Will we throw our name in the hat?" And they said, "Well, right now you're it." So we just volunteered and get to go up and play in one of the neater tournaments, obviously, we've ever been around. So it's going to be really awesome.
Yeah, great opportunity. Yeah. So best of luck this weekend.
It's good for, I think our junior squad is if you haven't watched them, they're way better than we thought to start the season. They've got great pitching, really timely hitting, and really good squad. Caden Holm has done a great job with that. Gavin Goodner are just doing a great job. And we're excited for them. And then our senior squad, obviously, we've got some experienced ball players that are excited to go take on different states now.
Yeah. And of course, the seniors then will, let's see, when you get back from Millbank, you got a couple of regular season games left before your area tournament, which you host later in July.
Yep. So we'll be coming back and we play the Wednesday of next week. And we'll, depending on if juniors qualify, they won't be able to play with us. So it will just be the 9 players. We're going to play St. Paul next Wednesday. And then DCB possibly, unless they qualify their juniors for state, and then they can't play us at that point. And then hopefully juniors will make state. That'll be the next weekend in Gearing. And if not, then we may try to schedule another game, a regular season game later on that weekend. And then starting the 26th of July, we'll host on Friday afternoon here in Broken Bow, and we'll go Friday through Tuesday. And it'll be an exciting seniors tournament. I think right now it looks like we'll probably be the 2 seed of the tournament, and I like our chances to advance onto the state tournament if we do the little things.
If you don't mind me asking, who do you anticipate being the number 1?
Right now it'll probably be Holdridge.
Holdridge? Really?
Yeah, right now they're 13-3. Last night we were 16-4 and tied with them. It'll kind of depend on if we finish out and get about 5 more wins, we'll get it back. But right now I don't think they're planning on playing too many more games because they have juniors going on. So So probably they'll be the 1 seed, and McCook will probably be the 3 seed, and it'll be probably between those teams.
Yeah.
To decide it.
All right. Well, it'll be exciting, and may I just say thank you for finding a way to host it.
Yes, exactly.
Here in town.
Yeah, I thought we'd get a chance to host
Brent's happy that he doesn't have to drive out of town during Fair Week.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is when the area tournament is.
Yeah, we're excited for everybody at Fair, too. It'll be give you some other opportunity to come out and watch if you're at the Fair and need something to do.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll have some great ball games for you.
All right. Well, Jeff, thanks for coming in. Best of luck to you and the baseball teams coming up this weekend. And we'll be seeing you down the road. We'll be visiting with you down the road, and have a safe trip to South Dakota.
Great. Thank you, sir.
All right. Jeff Denson with Team Physical Therapy, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Looking for banking that fits your lifestyle? At Burning Bank, our online and mobile banking puts the power in your pocket. Check your balance on the go, set spending controls, and stay ahead of fraud with real-time alerts. Pay bills, view transactions, and manage your money anytime, anywhere. Bank smarter, not harder with Burning Bank. Fast, secure, convenient. It's time to build, grow, and thrive. Call Burning Bank today. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
Take a listen to the list of projects that MC Fencing can help you with. Fencing, including builds, removals, and repairs, plus cedar tree cutting, including those hard-to-get spots like side hills. MC Fencing uses professional-grade equipment, which means you receive the most efficient and cleanest job possible. The journey toward their fair and competitive pricing begins with a free estimate. Openings are available now, so call Martin Castro at 308-870-6227. MC Fencing, serving Custer County and the surrounding area.
Long days and more time outdoors in the summer months can lead to sun damage on skin. Melham Medical Center wants to make sure you have fun and stay safe by applying sunblock regularly and consistently while working or playing outdoors. Be sure to take frequent shade breaks and wear a hat if you plan to be out in the sun for a long duration. When you have a need for quality medical care, get it close to home at Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow. Large enough to serve, small enough to care.
And we welcome you back on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Good to have you with us as we roll through this Tuesday morning together. Well, Jeremy Shipe and Tina Hurt are getting ready in Arnold, Nebraska. They're getting ready for the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally coming up this weekend, and we'll be going live to Arnold here in a moment, and we'll be giving you all of the details. But first, we want to catch up with Mark Stock of Big Iron Auction Company.
Everybody, Mark Stock here with Big Iron Auction Company. We're very grateful for all of the moisture. We're getting geared up for a big sale here tomorrow on July the 9th. A lot of machinery selling. Scott Stoles is from Emerson, Nebraska. They have 26 items on this particular sale, featuring a John Deere 850B LT dozer. AJ Ag Services, they're by Milford, Nebraska. They'll be selling a Caterpillar 963D track loader. They have a 8-way pull-type scraper. Also a John Deere 2030 two-wheel drive tractor with a loader, a John Deere 330C LC excavator, and a Cat D6R XL dozer with a ripper. The Dennis Weber Estate has 133 items selling by Stewart, Nebraska, custom design and machine. They're in Illinois. They have 132 items, a lot of quality shop equipment and woodworking tools. We've also got a sale for the Willis Opliger family by Columbus, Nebraska. They have 54 items on the sale. The Donald Stubendeck retirement sales by Palmyra, Nebraska. Check out their John Deere 4640 tractor. It has low hours. Nathan Sellen is from Norfolk, Nebraska. They have 16 items, including a 2008 Ford F-250 4x4 extended cab pickup. Altogether, 98 different sellers will sell on this upcoming Wednesday, July 9th auction. They're from 17 different states. And then on Thursday, July the 10th, it's the John Deere Partnership Auction, selling farm equipment, construction equipment, some trucks and trailers. P&K Midwest from Mount Vernon, Iowa. One of the sellers, Van Wall Equipment. They have got locations across Iowa, and Western Equipment LLC with locations throughout Oklahoma and Texas. These three dealerships will sell 49 items, including 9 draper heads, 6 track tractors, 6 mechanical front-wheel drive tractors. They have self-propelled sprayers, 5 corn heads, 5 combines, compact track loaders. There's 2 4-wheel drive tractors. There's round balers and planters, ATVs, UTVs. Also, compact utility tractors. A very nice offering of late model John Deere machinery selling on July the 10th. And then next week is our 2-day no-reserve collector car auction. Day 1, there's 323 items that are located in Carthage, Illinois. Cars include Pontiac Trans Am, Ford Thunderbird convertibles, Chevrolet Corvette convertibles. There's a 1956 Ford Thunderbird convertible. El Caminos, a 1973 Plymouth Cuda, 1964 Chevrolet Impala sedan, 1956 Oldsmobile 4-door sedan. A nice selection of older Ford and Chevrolet pickup trucks. A 1973 Chevrolet Monte Carlo, 1967 Chevrolet Camaro, 1982 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, a 1966 Chevrolet Impala SS, 67 Ford Mustang convertible, 1969 Dodge Super Bee, 1965 Chevrolet Corvette convertible, 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. That's just on day 1, and there's many more, plus day 2. Do your due diligence and check out all of these collector and classic cars that will sell next Monday and Tuesday here on Big Iron. On the real estate front, July 24th, we'll be selling 319 acres of Greeley County, Nebraska land for the Judith L. Noonan Estate. Big Iron Realty will be selling 2 tracts of pasture with immediate possession. So don't miss this excellent opportunity to purchase 2 tracts of pasture grass located just 3 miles from Highway 22 and 6.5 miles from Highway 56. Jim Stock and John Stock will be at the Cedar Rapids, Nebraska Fire Hall the morning of the sale, but this online auction will be conducted on July the 24th on bigiron.com. Contact the listing agents for more information. And for those of you who have considered or would like to sell some ranch land or some farmland this upcoming fall, now is the time to give us a call so we can sit down with you and get a strategy established to market your real estate, not only to the locals, but to the people who once lived in that area that would like to own some land. It all starts with a phone call to 1-800-937-3558. That's 1-800-WE-SELL-8. And if you are planning a retirement sale, call right now because they have some tremendous rate programs available for 4-month advance notice auctions. So pick up that phone and call us 1-800-937-3558, and Big Iron will take care of everything for you. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Mark. Always appreciate your report highlighting Big Iron Auction Company here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We'll continue with more after these words.
Hello there, it's Erin with Rise Rehab and Performance. Spring has sprung and summer is just around the corner. We want you to feel ready for all the fun of the warmer months. Don't let your physical conditions slow you down. Rise to the occasions of your life. Is it farming and ranch work, summer sports, travel, whatever it may be, we want you to feel your best. Give us a call at 872-5800 to schedule your appointment today. Rehab, recover, rise.
The right approach to care makes all the difference. And at Broken Bow Dental, that means staying true to the values that matter most to this community. Dr. Casey McLeod and her team build lasting relationships, knowing every patient by name. She also listens, making certain your treatment is the right fit. And with advanced technology, the team at Broken Bow Dental streamlines care, completing procedures in fewer visits so you can get back to what matters most. Located right off Highway 2 in Broken Bow, Dr. McLeod's practice is now accepting patients. Better, brighter, Broken Bow Dental.
At Barney Pharmacy, their crazy day prices are absolutely crazy. They are only available one day. That's right, Thursday is the only one day you can get these savings. Shop these markdowns on gifts, toys, and decor. From 8:30 to 9:30, save 40% off. 9:30 to 10:30, 35% off. 10:30 to 11:30, 30% off. And then 11:30 until 5:30, save 25% off. Plus, Montana Silversmith is 20% off all day. And so is Gourmet Popcorn. Discount tables will be out. Thursday, don't miss the one-day deals at Barney Pharmacy in Broken Bow.
Right on course, flying through the air.
Join me, Chad Dolan of Reynolds Auction and Realty on July 18th at 7 p.m. for the annual Kearney Cruise Night Classic Car Auction. Want to buy or sell a classic car or truck? Do it this year at Kearney Cruise Night. Nationwide live internet bidding, great food and cold drinks in the air-conditioned building at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney. Just $2 admission and a lot of fun and entertainment for the whole family. To consign your car or truck now, give us a call at 308-832-2444 or check us out at reynoldsauction.highbid.com. We'll see you at the sale.
8:32, they are getting ready to go live in Arnold, Nebraska as we promote the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally. And we want to say thanks to the sponsors who are bringing you our special remote broadcast to promote the event this morning. We say thanks to Callaway District Hospital along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, reminding you about their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today for the areas of Callaway, Arnold, Stapleton, or Oconto. Also, thanks to Custer Public Power District, always happy to support the communities in which they serve. Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally, welcoming you to Arnold for the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally this Friday and Saturday. Also say thanks to Fort County Boutique, which I believe is hosting our remote this morning. Welcome to the Devil's Den Rally in Arnold. Shop at FortCountyBoutique.com on Facebook and on Instagram. Also, Mills Hardware and Feed. Find all your Milwaukee tools at Mills Hardware. They hope to see you this weekend in Arnold. Pinnacle Bank of Arnold welcomes you to Arnold. We're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. And we say thanks to A1 Auto Repair. Contact A1 for all your auto repair needs. They are proud supporters of the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally and hope to see you in Arnold this weekend. All right, sounds like Jeremy is hooked up. I think they're getting ready to go. So, Jeremy, if you're listening, we'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll listen for your cue, and we'll head it your way when you're ready. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
At Gothenburg Health, we understand that women's health is personal. That's why our clinic and specialty clinic offers comprehensive family practice, obstetric services, and an OBGYN specialist to support you in every stage of a woman's life. From routine exams and prenatal care to specialized treatments, our experienced providers and specialists are here to guide and care for you with the sensitivity you deserve. Schedule your appointment today and experience the difference. Gothenburg Health Clinic and Specialty Clinic, helping people live their best lives.
The Gas Up the Good Life giveaway has rolled out with nearly $2,000 in Trotters Woe and Go cards waiting for lucky winners. Tune in to KCNI and KBBN every day at 9:30 and 3:30 to catch the daily code words. Enter them online at sandhillsexpress.com for your shot at winning. Want even more chances? Keep an eye out for our parade card or find us at local events. Bonus codes could pop up anywhere, whether it's $1,000 or $500. Someone's winning, but it won't be you unless you enter. Powered by Trotters, Woe and Go, and Broken Bow, Sargent, Myrna, and beyond. It's time to gas up the good life.
All right, good to have you with us here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Well, let's get up and go to Arnold and find out about the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally. Jeremy Shipe is there. Jeremy, good morning.
Good morning, Brent. Thank you for sending it our direction. We're at Fort County Boutique, and we're ready to talk all things Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally. These two gals are happy enough to, well, maybe not happy enough. They were kind enough to come on the radio and talk to me this morning. And we were talking, well, I heard you guys talking before we went on the air. Time kind of flew by, and here we are again, ready for a Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally time. Ready or not, right?
Yes,
here it is.
Ready or not. Can't believe it's already the second weekend in July for sure, but we're ready for it. We're cruising along. We've been doing it for so long that, you know, it's kind of just it
just all falls into place.
It all falls into place. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And you've got a great schedule again this year, some great bands, great food, and just a great time waiting for everybody. And that's the thing that we need to remember. You don't need to have a motorcycle to have a good time with Devil's Den.
Exactly. Any vehicles are welcome. Yep. You can come in a Jeep, come in a car, come in a pickup, come in anything. Nothing doesn't even have to be fancy.
We even had a bus one year.
Yep, we even had a bus.
There you go.
Whatever works.
Okay. Anything that gets on down the road, even if you can run at 50 miles an hour, you can run through it.
You might not get that back in time to turn in your last card, but.
Okay. Well, anything is possible, and it all starts on Friday. We'll just start and go through the schedule like we have in the past, if you're okay with that.
Yep. Everything opens up at 5 o'clock on Friday. We'll have some fun biker games. I think we've got a We've got our famous Frozen T-shirt contest. We've got, we're going to do a new one. I don't know what to call it. A keg roll. You push the keg with the front of your bike tire. So that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, it'll be like a race. So got a few other. We have a kayak race, which is hilarious. I mean,
it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Right.
Tim definitely took swim in the lake last year. But.
Okay. All right. So if you want to see that.
Yes. And then we'll have great drinks at the bar. We've got some food concessions that'll be out there. Joel Morgan's doing that. And I think that's going to benefit the wrestling team. So, and then we'll also have the Craig Fern experience and some karaoke. So, just a good, fun night, just to kind of relax and kick off the weekend.
There you go.
Yeah.
And a good time, whether you're participating in these games or watching.
Or just spectating. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's most of the fun.
Yeah.
So you ride on your motorcycle and push the keg.
Yes.
With
Yep.
Okay.
So it's a kind of a little bit of a game of skill because you kind of got to go slow to be able to get that keg to get to rolling.
Yeah,
so,
that sounds interesting.
Yeah. So it'll be exciting. So I've only seen it on videos. I haven't seen it in real life. So I'm kind of excited to see it.
It could be a first of its time thing in the area, period, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, fun.
Great. Nice, easygoing way to start the day, or let's start the weekend, like you said. And then everyone can rest up as much as possible to get ready for a nice long day on Saturday.
Yes, and of course there's tenting and camping there in the park, which is fantastic. Lots of hookups, lots of shade, beautiful fountains out at our lake now that are just a gorgeous place to hang out. So they'll get all rested up, and then the next day we'll start her off. The South Loop girls basketball team will be doing that breakfast from 8 to 11. We'll be doing sign up for the poker run from 8:30 to 10:45. And we have our show and shine, which I always have to tell people it doesn't have to be shiny to enter the show and shine, even though that's what it's called. It doesn't have. They will look past the riding dirt.
There you go. The riding dirt, maybe the flat
and
black.
The bugs, I mean, yes. So, and we have some really cool bragging plaques this year. They are super neat. We'll have to post them on our page. They're pretty awesome bragging plaques that you should try and earn.
Okay, sounds good. And that's all leading up to the time that everybody heads out on what looks like a great route again this year.
Yes. We'll, of course, do the Blessing of the Bikes, and the national anthem is going to be sang by Dana Baldwin. And then our poker run, our kickstands will come up at 11 o'clock. And we'll swing into Grazers here in town and go to that first card stop. We changed it up a little bit this year. We're going to be swinging up to the Spur Bar and Grill up in Dunning. So that'll be our second stop. And then we'll head on down Highway 2 over to the Rescue and Sargent, and then swing through Kincaiders and Broken Bow. And then we'll come up to Callaway, formerly known as Henry's. Now, as of last week, it's the Sand Creek Bar. And then the last card will be picked up out at the recreation area here in Arnold. So, get a chance to throw out one of those cards because we do have 6 stops. So
great. Like the inclusion of Dunning. That's a really nice drive. Arnold to Dunning is a beautiful drive.
It's a beautiful drive. Yep. So, so we thought we'd try that out and see how it goes.
Great.
So.
Well, sounds like a lot of fun. And like we said at the beginning, if people are just tuning in now, you can drive anything that gets down the road and gives you the ability to go and get those cards. And idea is always safety, making your way through in a safe manner and getting back so that you can see who wins.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and then do you want to continue tonight?
Yeah. So just real quick, just wanted to let you know that it's $30 for a single rider for the poker run, $50 for a couple. And then if you just want to come out in the evening for the concert and the meals, you can get in for $10. And 10 and under are free. So that's a great way to come out as a family and have a little fun. Minors 14 and under need to leave by 9 o'clock. Just a heads up on that. And then after you get back from the poker run, we have a great barbecued meal done by Joel Morgan again. Later that evening, there will be the beer belly contest, Miss Devil's Den. We'll have a live auction. And then the concerts will be great this year. We have Hooked. And then we had to have a little last minute change up. Instead of Pasty Jennings, we have Twisted Chrome coming to fill in their place. So that'll be a great night. And also, prior to that, we'll also have the Craig Fern experience again.
Oh, yes, on Friday night.
On
Yes.
Friday.
Yep.
So,
And
So,
also
yeah.
a burnout pit on Saturday,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
The burnout pit,
And
which
that's
is always
always
popular.
Yeah, everybody loves that.
Also, other things other than motorcycles. We've seen razors and I think a Kubota. Somebody put a Kubota in one year.
Maybe.
And all
Yeah.
How does
sorts
that
of things.
work?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Well, you
It's
just
fun.
Yeah, you pull. I mean, we have a pit out there. They've poured the concrete, and so you just pull up to it, and whoever smokes and burns out the best, and
Okay.
it's
Winner.
by cheer. Yep.
I've seen some pictures of that. It
Yes.
certainly gets interesting.
Oh, it
doesn't
does, and
Yeah.
everybody. It's pretty
a lot
fun
of
to
fun.
watch. Yep.
Great. Well, lots of fun. And like we said, you can pay admission even if you're not in the poker run and get involved in that and take in the festivities and the delicious meal.
Yes.
And the announcement of the winners and the show and shine winners will also take place,
Yep.
right?
Yep. They all take at about it's pretty. I mean, I think 6:30 or 7 is usually when we try and announce it by before that first band really gets into it. I think we do it at their first break. So yeah.
All right. Well, lots of fun going on. And then that takes us on into the evening. Talk about the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally as a whole and kind of the mission when everything came together, when Devil's Den was put together. It's already a year. What year
This is
is
our
this?
14th year.
14th year.
Yeah,
Wow.
yep.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Just talk about the birth of Devil's Den, if you would, and kind of how everything has progressed through those 14 years.
I got to think who was. I mean, Heidi Culp and Holly Raymond were two of the idea. It was their idea to start it. They're the ones that got the ball rolling in that first inaugural year. And honestly, it's about the charities. So that was, love people to come to town. What's something fun that we can do to get people to town, but also to give back to our community and to surrounding communities.
Yeah.
And so we started with our charities. And we've always had 2 or 3 different charities, and that's grown over the year. Not only do we do charities, but we also help other small groups, such as, the basketball team. The cheerleaders help serve the meal. There's just several other little groups that also benefit. Christian Motorcycle Association,
The Arnold Golf.
the Arnold Golf Association. We just have lots of giving back to the community to help everyone out, and it brings people to our awesome town, and it gets to see what we're doing and how we're having fun doing it.
Arnold's a great town.
Yes.
There's always something every time I pull into Arnold, whether it's been a week or it's been a month since I was here last. There's always something new going on, and the community is always right behind it.
Yes.
And I think that's always very commendable about Arnold.
Yeah, we're always very proud of our community, and
a lot of people jump in and help us. Work the gates.
Work
sell
in the sell
tickets.
tickets.
We just have work the bar. We
Yep.
just have a lot of people that jump in and help us and make this happen.
Yep.
It takes many hands make light work,
It
right?
does. It does. Yep. And everybody's always more than willing to donate, sponsor, help out, throw in and work and put panels up, and I mean just do anything. And it's yep.
Great.
So
And the result is what's going to be taking place this weekend. If people want to keep up with everything that's going on, you've got a Facebook page
Yes.
where updates are being put,
Yep,
right?
that is the Facebook page is Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally. So make sure you jump on there, give it a like. It's got everything on there, and it'll give updates, and it's got the schedule and the poster, and we'll also do some live videos. We usually do.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Before we close out this morning, we got to hear a little bit about our host site here, Four County Boutique. Tell us a little bit about what you've been having go on. Speaking of seeing new things every time you come to town, we see something new every time we come in here. You've got a great variety of items waiting for folks. If they haven't been in a while, they should visit.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a lot of children's clothes. We have some skinny syrups that are really popular to mix with your coffee or just in your water. One of the popular items is Lane Chesley's pottery, and he just restocked that not very long ago. People really enjoy coming in and seeing that. We have candles. Also, I have a lot of Out of the Grain from Stapleton. He's brought some of his items over, and so that's something new.
I was just eyeing up some of the dips over there.
Yeah,
We're gonna go, there's a s'mores
he's
dip
got
on
some
the
great
bottom
stuff.
there.
So stop in and check that out. We just got in some T-shirts for the Sork race that are always really popular for next month when Sork's in town. We've got jewelry. Always a great selection of Bobcat and Nebraska gear. So
And a lot of it's local artists, too.
Yeah,
A lot of it, even the jewelry.
Yeah, I have a lot of locals that make the jewelry or have ties to Arnold somehow. So I try to support them, support their small business. Yeah.
Great. Come in and see it in person.
Yeah.
That's the key, because everywhere you look around, you see something new, and grab some food.
Yeah.
We all eat.
Yeah.
We don't all wear earrings. I don't wear earrings, but I will eat bacon ranch dip mix. I see that one in particular looks really good. So
he's got a lot of things here. So,
and what are your hours?
We are open Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 5, and then on Saturday 9 to 1.
Okay. Great. So come to Four County Boutique. It's right on the main, I call it Main Street, but you know where to turn. Just go right down the street, and it's right across from Pinnacle Bank here in town in the grocery store. So there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Friday, Saturday, the place to be is Arnold or in the roads outside of Arnold. If people are, sometimes when something's 14 years established, it can be kind of intimidating to go and get involved in it. But people shouldn't be intimidated by this, because you're welcoming people with open arms to be a part of the Devil's Den family.
Yep. And usually when we have first timers, they'll come back year and year and year again, and they always tell us what a great time they have and how much fun they have. And so, and there's people that come that've been here every single year. So
It's become one of those things where people tell their friends and family, don't plan a wedding on Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally weekend, because you're going to have a problem getting me there, right?
Yep, exactly.
Great. Well, is there anything we didn't touch on that we wanted to make sure to mention again?
I think we need to name our charities. So our three charities are Teammates, the Teammates chapter, which most people know. Tom Osborne started that. It's our mentors and mentees. And so most of the time their donations go towards scholarships for the kiddos in the area. We also, Autism Awareness is another one that we are a big supporter of. So we have money set aside that help not only children with autism, but all kiddos with in the school district that need help with special things. We used to buy specialized items, but now we have some money set aside that we want to buy some big maybe playground equipment or something like that. So we have that set aside for that. And then suicide prevention is the third one, and that fund helps any families who've been affected by suicide. Or also we've done things where we've helped with some suicide classes, education, awareness, things like that.
And even counseling.
And even counseling to help with some families to help pay for those costs associated with those things. So, so three things that are very near and dear to our hearts, and so we love supporting them, and that's what it's all about.
And we also give out a scholarship.
Yes, and we also have our own scholarship. So, and every year you can apply for that. Anyone in the area can apply for that, and so we started that. This is our third. We just awarded our third year. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
So come out and have some fun. Know it's all going to a great cause. And if you want to make a donation, you can do that as well while you're out here too.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Great. So check out the Facebook page, Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally. I'm sure you'll have some posts leading up to that as well.
Yes.
I'm interested to see the bragging plaques.
Yes. I've got to go post them. Yeah.
Okay. I'll
they're
put them in the
cool.
news story.
Yeah. Schoolhouse Graphics up at the school did them, and they're pretty cool. Yep.
Okay. We'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
Thanks, you two.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yep.
Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally, Friday the 11th, Saturday the 12th. Come on out, even if you don't have a motorcycle or a vehicle to go through, which any vehicle is welcome to go through the poker run. You can come on out for tons of fun on Friday and Saturday in the park here in Arnold. They would love to have you. Before we close out our broadcast, we want to thank the sponsors that made it possible for us to be here this morning live on the radio and doing this video, which you'll see later on the Sandhills Express Facebook page. Thank you to the Callaway District Hospital with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, Custer Public Power District, Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally, Four County Boutique, our host this morning, Ills Hardware and Feed, Pinnacle Bank of Arnold right across the street, and our friends at A1 Auto Repair. With that, we'll send it back to you in the studio, Brent.
All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. And thank you, ladies, for joining us here this morning, talking about the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally coming up in Arnold, Nebraska.
How long did you boys say it was going to take you to get down there?
Oh, about 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days, is that right?
Sure do. What better place than to get crazy and celebrate with fellow alumni than at Sylvester's in Broken Bow? Thunder Karaoke is back on Friday night from 9 p.m. till 1 a.m. And the Jell-O shots will be ready to go. Bring your friends, bring your classmates, bring your family to get on the stage and belt it out at Sly's. Thunder Karaoke is at the quiet little place that rocks on Friday night.
All right, thanks, Jack. We'll play a little music to get you up to the top of the hour. Check of news and sports is coming up. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Their loved ones and thanked me, and it's hard to even hear that because they have closure, but we haven't pulled anybody out alive yet.
President Trump says new Russian attacks on Ukraine have left him with little choice but to resume U.S. weapons shipments to Kyiv.
If I can stop a war, because I have an ability to do so, I'm disappointed, frankly, that President Putin hasn't stopped. I'm not happy about it either.
It's been a week since municipal workers went on strike in Philadelphia, and garbage is piling up on city streets.
It's outrageous already. So if this thing go another 2 weeks or so, it's going to be totally out of hand.
Contract talks are resuming today. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or two half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Toronto Blue Jays won their 9th straight game, an 8-4 victory at the White Sox. Winning pitcher Jose Barrios pitched 6 innings. Cleveland ended a 10-game losing streak, winning 7-5 at Houston. Jose Ramirez hit a 3-run homer. The Angels scored in the bottom of the 9th to edge Texas 6-5 on a bases-loaded walk. Arizona won at San Diego 6-3. The loss to Yu Darvish in his season debut after the bad elbow. He pitched 3 2/3 innings. San Francisco was a 3-1 winner over Philadelphia with 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Kansas City sent Pittsburgh to a 4th straight loss. Milwaukee sent the Dodgers to a 4th straight loss, 9-1. Boston won its 4th game in a row. Detroit won its 4th straight, and Miami picked up a 5-1 victory at Cincinnati. The Nationals named Miguel Cairo as interim manager. The Orlando Magic gave Paulo Banchero a 5-year max extension. At the Women's Euros, it was Spain 6-2 over Belgium.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunny skies today with daytime highs approaching 85. Southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Slight chance of thunderstorms. Tonight, lows level off around 63, mainly clear skies. Slight chance for storms. Tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 88, mainly clear. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
RTA's Hardware is your connection for projects large to small. But there's so much more than hardware. Visit them for grills, smokers, home decor, countertop appliances, and outdoor living items, in addition to what you need for your projects. RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow.
71 degrees outside under a sunny skies with calm winds out of the southwest up to 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 3015, humidity at 81%. No rain in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month will stay 1 inch and 31 hundredths. High yesterday of 87, overnight low of 59. Sunrise today was at 6:13. Sunset today 9:13.
All right, Jack, thanks. Our friend Julie with Off Broadway is here. We'll get her in the studio here in a few minutes, and we'll talk about what's happening at Off Broadway Assisted Living here in Broken Bow. So keep it right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. 9:09 is the time. Good to have you with us back here in the studio on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And we've got Julie from Off-Broadway here with us. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. I am so happy that you are here. Just absolutely thrilled because Dave's taken some time off. And I know that we have talked to you about this in the past, but we are working on a project here at the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Gourds for Good. Feel free to just move that microphone, Julie. Yeah, there you go. Just swing it out of the way so we can see you. So we're working on the project Gourds for Good. Dave has planted the gourds. They're out back. The plants are starting to come up through the ground, so I think they're looking really good. But Dave's taking a few days off, and I gotta be honest, I'm stressing because I do not have a green thumb. And I really know nothing when it comes to planting gourds. But I know that you've said in the past you have a little experience. So can I lean on your knowledge if I have to these next few days? Because I want to make sure these are looking good when Dave gets back from vacation.
Most definitely.
Oh, good.
I think the key now would just be water.
Water, water.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Jack went out earlier this morning and looked at them, and he said it looked like they could use some water.
Yeah,
so we got to get water on them today, Jack.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Well, I think that at Off-Broadway, you guys have a little spot where you plant some things.
Yes,
Is that right?
residents planted cucumbers, tomatoes, flowers, and yeah, they really enjoy that.
I'm sure they do. And is everything looking pretty good?
Yes.
At the moment?
It's been a wonderful spring with the moisture. So.
Yes. Yeah, we've been blessed with some timely rains. I think all of us are crossing our fingers hoping that maybe that continues through the rest of the summer, but I guess we will see. So what's happening at Off-Broadway? What are some of the things you wanted to visit about here today?
One thing I would like to visit about is, we always talk about all the wonderful things that we do have at Off-Broadway, but we had a resident move in, and I would like to read the thank you letter that she gave us.
Yeah.
It says, "Thank you for the lovely welcome basket. We appreciate the assortment of so many useful items, but most of all, we appreciate the thoughtful, caring, kind, and considerate people who have helped us make Off-Broadway our new home. You know how to make difficult changes in life brighter and therefore considerably easier. Your thoughtfulness is the gift that keeps on giving." And that's something I'd like to focus on. It is a difficult change. Yes. It is a difficult decision for families. And we get that. And we're here to help. And we're here to make that transition easier. We currently have 2 new chefs. Our food is wonderful. But we also do have the assisted living or the independent side too. If you've worked hard your whole life and you would just like someone to cook for you and clean for you, we have that too. But we are here to let you know that we do understand the difficult decision it is to take that next step. I mean, I know my mind's saying do this, do that. My body's going, oh, no, you don't, So that's something I'd like to get out there is we understand.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And I think it emphasizes, again, the fact that it is assisted living, and that's what you're there. You're to assist, not necessarily take away the independence,
correct,
but just assist where help is needed, right?
And they get to choose how much assistance they want. It's not, you can come and go as you please. We don't lock the doors on you. It's you pick how much assistance you would like from us.
Yeah. And I'm sure that what helps with the transition, Julie, not just the passionate care and the kindness of your staff, but it's the other residents who are there, right? I mean, I'm sure that they have a very integral part in helping someone adjust when they first move into the facility.
Yes, the interaction with other people and the events that we have make things not so awkward. We keep you busy, and we have things, that keep the cognitive part going, and the socialization, and
Yeah. Well, you mentioned events, and I know that you kind of have your hand in some of those things. Are there some things coming up that you want to visit about this morning, or what are some of the things maybe on the horizon at Off-Broadway?
Oh, I always have events. Right now, the big thing is cruising because the weather's nice.
Yeah.
We're hitting spots around the area, like the Bee Place in Anselmo. We're going to hit the mill. We're going to hit the boneyard. We're going to go out to the barn, visitors' barn. A lot of people haven't seen that. We also just drive, and they go by their old homestead and get to show the other residents, hey, was my place, and we have performers coming to sing. We play bingo. We do exercises. We just always have something that you could partake in.
Yeah.
So.
I love the idea of going for a drive and revisiting some of the places that people maybe grew up at. Before my grandfather passed, I did that with him, and he took me around, and wow, what a wonderful moment to just have them share, where they grew up at and listen to the stories of the past. I bet those are great trips.
And they know who lives everywhere.
Yes,
so they get
do,
that
don't
conversation.
They?
Well, who lives there? Oh, so-and-so, yeah. They really enjoy that.
Yeah, that's great. What about availability at Off-Broadway? Are there some rooms available at the moment? Or
right now, we just had a 2-bedroom come open, which is very rare right now. And then we do have one big 1-bedroom that just came open, which is very rare. So if you would like to come and take a tour and just check us out, and we have some information you can take with you, or you could just call at 308-872-2522. We'd love to hear from you.
All right. You mentioned a couple of new chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
What about the rest of the staff? Are you kind of where you need to be staff-wise, or are there some openings that you're looking to fill yet?
We are looking for a nighttime mid-aide currently, but everything else looks good.
That's good.
And the thing about these chefs, they want to know what you would like to have cooked. They're passionate about what they are cooking. People I grew up in the city, people out here had a different menu, and they want to know, and you make a suggestion and they'll cook it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume a lot of meat and potatoes.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, I bet.
Yeah.
Dave would want me to ask you this. The ice cream machine, is it working good?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
We're going through the ice cream.
I bet you are. Yeah, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
So that's great. Let's see, anything that we haven't touched on or haven't asked you about that you wanted to share here this morning? Have we kind of touched on some of the highlights, or?
Oh, the new area is complete. If you'd just like to come check it out, you're more than welcome. We had our ribbon cutting, and we utilize that area quite often. And stop on by.
Well, I know that you're always open to giving people tours, and I know we've talked about this in the past, but I don't think we can emphasize it enough. Maybe you're not ready to make a decision like this or a move like this right now, but you're thinking, you know what, maybe I will be ready in the future. You still welcome people to come in and look at the facility, get the information that they need, even for a decision that might be down the road yet, right?
Correct. Yeah. And also I've kind of been running into the families know their parent might need some more help, and it's a hard thing to bring up to them.
Sure.
You're more than welcome to bring them in and join us for lunch or join us for bingo, just so they can get the feel of the place, and you can get the feel of the place, if this is right for my parents, and you're anytime welcome to join us in any of our events.
Yeah, well said. Well, hey, thanks for coming in to visit with us. Great to see you. And if I give you a call, just be ready, okay? And I might give you a call about the gourds.
Okay, that's great.
All right, thanks, Julie. It's good to see you. Off-Broadway, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. 22 minutes past the hour. Good to have you with us on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Jack, you've been studying a piece of paper over there. What do you have for us?
I have been. Wild Rose Art Gallery will host a Framing Your Art workshop this Saturday, July 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. It'll be focusing on your presentation of your artwork and how it should be framed. The registration fee is $35. You can bring a picture in a frame you wish to use, like 8 by 10 and 11 by 14. You will learn how to cut a mat, as well as how to figure out the size and color of the mat. Other topics covered will include the cutting of the mats for sizing, standard size frames, and preparing your artwork. This is presented by Paul Loomer and Teresa Haney. For more information, you can contact Paul at 308-870-3587 or Teresa at 308-880-2228. Again, that'll be this Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Wild Rose Gallery.
All right, thanks, Jack. Dawson County Fairgrounds going to be hopping in Lexington, Nebraska next week for the Dawson County Fair and Rodeo coming up July 16th through the 20th. The carnival will be on the Midway all 5 nights next week, July 16th through the 20th. Also, the Sundown Stage will be set up, sponsored by TL Sund Constructors. They will be featuring DJ Lopez, a vaudeville clown show, dance exhibitions, bingo, and more. And then one of the big highlights of next week, of course, will be the Platte Valley Auto Rodeo, as that will be presented on Friday, July 18th and Saturday, July 19th. So come on out for the rodeo, sponsored by Platte Valley Auto. Performances at 8 o'clock each night next Friday, July 18th, and next Saturday, July 19th. Also, the Heartland Chevrolet Show and Shine Car Show will be set up on Sunday, July 20th. That'll run from noon until 4. Now, all are welcome to participate. If you'd like more information on the car show and would like to enter, contact Barb at this number, 308-325-5882. That's 308-325-5882. Also, they'll have some live entertainment going on next week on the Silver Fox stage. Downtown Nowhere will be performing on Thursday, July 17th from 9 to midnight. Nate Kime will take the stage on Friday the 18th. And then Rascal Martinez will be on July 19th. That'll be next Saturday, performing from 10 until 1. To check out the full schedule of events, we direct you to DawsonCountyFair.com. And the folks associated with the Dawson County Fair and Rodeo have blessed us with some tickets to some of the events that will be going on, including the Platte Valley Auto Rodeo with performances on Friday, July 18th or Saturday, July 19th. Also, the steer roping, that will take place on Thursday, July 17th from 7 p.m. We have some tickets for that event. And the Ladies Breakaway Competition, that'll be on Sunday, July 20th at 4 p.m. We have tickets to all 3 events here at our studio. So here's the way we're going to do this. If you or family members would like to attend the events at the Dawson County Fair and Rodeo coming up next week in Lexington, again, we have tickets for the Ladies Breakaway on Sunday, the steer roping on Thursday, and then the Platte Valley Auto Rodeo on Friday and Saturday. If you'd like tickets, just give our studios a call and visit with Kristen at the front desk, and she will get you set up while supplies last. Well, we've got one thing left to do here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, and that's give you the code word for the Fuel Up giveaway promotion, and that'll be coming up. So keep it right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Get great. Whether it's for your backyard relaxation or for tackling that project, shop with RT Ace Hardware. Right now, buy a Milwaukee M18 Fuel Brushless Hammer Drill Driver Kit or an Impact Driver Kit and get a $169 red lithium battery for free. One of several Milwaukee deals happening now at RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow.
At Gateway Motors, they'll go to the ends of the earth, literally, to find the perfect vehicle for you. They take every detail you share, from color to trim to the smallest feature, and search high and low until they discover exactly what fits your needs and style. When you work with Gateway Motors, you can trust they'll stop at nothing to make sure the car, truck, or SUV you want ends up in your garage. From North Dakota to Texas, California to Maine, where will the perfect vehicle you're searching come from? Go find out at Gateway Motors in Broken Bow. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics remind you that right now is the time to schedule your back-to-school physicals. The sooner, the better. Don't forget about their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464. Their specialty clinics are also a great service, including cardiology, oncology, general surgery, podiatry, orthopedics, and wound care. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, committed to providing local access to high-quality care by continuing to invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics.
Weak machines make strong headaches. The solution? The Vermeer 605N baler. This baler is big on durability, toughness, and has smart features like the available automatic pickup clutch and auto loop greasing system that help extend machine life. Toughness meets performance with the dual-stage belt tightening system and E-Link Pro display with optional bale weight and moisture readings for tighter, denser, more uniform bales start to finish. Interested? Stop out and see Power Solutions, your local hay and forage dealership 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2, and see how the Vermeer 605N baler is redefining the word durability.
While you're visiting Chapin's Interiors on the south side of the square in Broken Bow, don't miss Square One Boutique there as well. Chapin's and Square One Boutique together offer a shopping experience like no other, with the latest in women's fashions from size small to 3X, plus jeans, jewelry, purses, and scarves. Explore gourmet items from Stonewall Kitchen and Watkins, and watch for What's for Wednesday specials. We even offer tuxedo rentals to make your dream wedding complete. Visit Chapin's Interiors and Square One Boutique soon.
Palmer Monument. Their goal is to assist you in selecting a memorial that best fits your family needs. With a wide offering of monuments and markers that come in many colors, shapes, and sizes, designs can vary from traditional to very unique. They pride themselves on their top quality materials and the highest craftsmanship. Designed with pride, sold with integrity. Serving Nebraska with several locations.
Supermodels don't fix cars at A1 Auto, but bearded dudes do, and that's basically the same thing. If you're looking for a shop that values quality, customer service, works on all makes and models, and can work on all aspects of your vehicle, give them a call. 308-848-2542. Stop in at 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold, and a bearded dude will be with you shortly. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, where bearded dudes love helping you get your ride back on the road.
It's the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel Giveaway. Your chance at almost $2,000 in fuel cards to Trotter's Woe and Go. Here's today's code word.
All right, folks, let's continue these code words. Your Tuesday code word for the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel Giveaway is transmission. Transmission is the code word, so take that on over to the contest page of sandhillsexpress.com and get yourself entered for a chance at these prizes.
To get more entries, keep listening for more code words, or look for them on our car in parades or at your local event. The Gas Up the Good Life Fuel Giveaway, brought to you in part by...
Thank you to Nebraska State Bank, Dairy Queen in Broken Bow, and BD for partnering with us for Gas Up the Good Life to make these prizes possible. Keep entering, and good luck. Now, back to regular programming.
All right, there you go. That's the code word for today, and that's going to wrap it up for the breakfast show today. Thanks for listening, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll visit with you again tomorrow.